Raining again, guys. Raining again all day today and tomorrow. I'm telling you, it rains a lot here in the Northeast. But I wanted to put this video out for you guys because I'll give you a little bit of an example. So through, I guess the 3 years, maybe 3.5 years, I've been doing YouTube and I've been making videos for you guys. I started actually right before COVID, believe it or not, in 2020. That's when I kind of really started making videos. I did put out probably a couple before that, but that's when I really started. Was probably about, like I said, I'm gonna say probably like January, February of 2020, right before COVID. But anyway, just so you guys know, I'm good. I'm healthy. Everything's great. But I will tell you, I am going through something right now, which I'm going to tell you later in the video. But I wanted to make this video since right now, obviously, we're just about to get into winter. You know, things are going to die down as far as riding goes, not only for me, but people kind of half of America, northern part, right? A lot of people put their bikes away and stuff like that. And just like you've seen in the video title, did you stop riding due to a medical condition or a medical reason? I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people do. I meet thousands of people when, going to rallies and bike nights and bikes and breakfasts and all these gatherings that I meet people all around the country. There is so many, I can't even tell you, like hundreds and hundreds of people that actually I talk to at these rallies that say they stopped riding, that they can't ride anymore. Either, the bike's been sitting in their garage for a couple years, they cannot ride, or they just sold the bike and they can't not ride anymore due to a medical condition or medical reason. So obviously a lot of people, some people stop riding because maybe financial reasons. I have a lot of people tell me that they stopped riding because they just got married and they're ready. They're just about to have a child on the way. That happens a lot. It happened to me. I didn't ride a lot when the kids were small. So, I have 4 kids. Now they're obviously grown. I still have 3 in college, 1 already graduated. But yeah, it's tough. Like when you either have financial issues, you can't ride. We get it. Or if you're starting a family, it's tough because, you got to be there for your spouse to help and to support. You shouldn't be out on your motorcycle all day, all night, while you have a newborn at the house, maybe every now and then, once in a while. But it's kind of hard because, the guys are riding and, you got your responsibilities at home. So that could be a reason. So there's plenty of reasons, but I'm kind of talking about medical reasons. I'm not going to kind of get into the serious stuff or serious illnesses, serious diseases, but there is I'm gonna say three of the biggest reasons why people physically and medically cannot ride their motorcycle and stop riding their motorcycle. And believe it or not, one issue probably a couple years ago, and I'm going to talk to you about it, almost made me not be able to ride. I fixed that problem, but now I'm going through something where it's another issue. And if I don't do something about it, it's definitely going to prevent me from, I'm going to say, riding long distances without a doubt, 100%. And the 2 items that I'm going to tell you that happened to me, actually, a lot of people have it. So just to kind of give you an idea, I've had my own construction business for, 25, 26 years. I've been doing a lot of heavy lifting. And if you guys are in that industry, construction or just physical labor, it takes a toll on you, like a really big toll. But before we get into that, I just want to go over some numbers so you guys could kind of get an idea as far as the channel goes, where I'm coming from. So I started the channel, I was 58. I was 48 years old when I started my YouTube channel. I am 51 years old today. My birthday is the 4th of July. I'm going to be 52 here in about 8 months, right? 7, 8 months. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, I'm going to be 52. 24%, okay, 24% of the people that are watching my channel are between the ages of 24 to 54. So if you're 24 and 54, 24% of you guys watch me. I have about 20% that are over 54, and then I guess it goes from like 55 to like 70, I forgot. And a small percentage even older than that, and then the rest is younger. But the main percentage, almost a quarter of my subscribers, are between the ages of 24 and 54, just to give you guys kind of an idea. So then I have 96% are male and 4% of subscribers are female. I wish I had a lot more female subscribers. 65% of you guys are from America, and the other 35% watching are from rest of the countries throughout the world. And then this is another thing that I wanted your guys' help. And I've asked this from you guys before, but I'm going to ask you guys this again. 58% of my almost 120,000 subscribers, only 58% are subscribed. 40, almost 2% of you guys are not subscribed. Like, I get it. Like, you know, I watch videos and stuff like that, and sometimes, I don't know, I don't subscribe, but then you know what? A video hits hard, and it's like, man, I got to watch this channel. I got to hit that subscribe button. But I'm going to tell you guys, it really does help. Like when you hear other YouTubers say, listen, just hit that subscribe button. It really helps that the channel really does. And I'll tell you how, because YouTube's algorithm pushes videos further, farther, faster. If obviously they see more people subscribing, more people watching their videos, and so forth. So if you guys have been watching me for quite some time, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because I'm telling you guys, if that's huge. If you guys could just do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So, and that's when, right, from 24, or I should say maybe from 30, that's when I noticed stuff changing, stuff happening to my body. Kind of, I don't want to say I don't want to say like the demise, but I'm going to say the decline, right? So once you start hitting 30, your body slows down producing testosterone, everything. Everything slows down, and it starts going into kind of a decline, a little dip. I felt it. I noticed, obviously, at that age, I started, you go into the gym, it's a little harder, trying to get up in the morning, it's a little harder. So, working in the, say, a hard industry like construction, or, I don't know, heavy equipment, truck mechanic, or you understand what I'm saying. Landscaping, like one of those industries where you're physically challenged every day. Iron worker, right? Carpenter, all these amazing industries, amazing skills that these people have, but it takes a friggin' toll on our bodies. That's what happens once you start getting older. You really start noticing what the hell you did all these years, and you start realizing the damage that you did to your body. So I have two passions, right? I have two passions. Some of you guys have been watching me. I talk to Anonymous Biker a lot on the phone, and he kind of shares my passion. My one passion, I love motorcycles. I've been riding for over 30 years. I've had so many motorcycles and been all over the country and put so many miles on motorcycles. That's what I love. I'm looking at them right now. I just love it. I would rather have a nice bike than a nice car. I'm not joking. Let me know in the comments who else agrees with that statement. My second passion is fitness, is working out. So I've been working out probably just as long. I'm going to say longer. I probably started working out when I was like 13, back when I was still living, at home with my mom. I'd have a bench in the basement, and I had a book, and I'd go down into the basement and just write down. I'd go, grab the bar, and maybe like 115 pounds at that time, whatever, maybe not even. And, try to get like 7-8 reps, write it down in a book, couple days, go back to it and try to get an extra rep. That's how it started. Then you see results, then you see gains. And then as you get older, everything gets bigger and better. But what happens is you start taking and absolutely astonishing amount of stress on your body, very comparable to physical and hard labor at a job. Don't let nobody ever tell you that. So I'm just gonna give you kind of an idea. Like when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I was about 200, 220, 230, like shredded, big, strong, probably benching close to 400 pounds. That went on for a long time. And then I'm the type of person where when I work out, I'm dedicated for about 3 years, and then I get bored of it. That's just how I get. And then what happens is after I get bored of it, and that's wrong. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I kind of like don't work out. I forget about it and I kind of go into other passions, other things that I like. But that's kind of what from my teens to now to 51. I go heavy hard for 3 to 5 years, and then a couple months, 6 months to a year could go by. I'm always in the gym, I'm always working out, but it's not as strict as that 4 or 5 year period, if you understand what I'm saying. But when I was in my teens and when I was in my late 20s and 30s, we would go so friggin' heavy. We would do exercises that in today's world would make people cringe. Like, I'll give you an example. Behind the neck, military presses, absolutely bad for you. Super, super heavy weights. Anything you do that is a lot of weight, I don't care how strong you are, you may not feel it at that point. You're gonna feel it when you're 50. That's just how it is, my friend. All that testosterone and adrenaline and eating healthy and sleeping good, that all starts on the decline after 30. And then all that damage that you did, the heavy weight, the bad technique, working out technique, the bad exercises. Another exercise, leg sled, where your back is arched a lot. That is so bad for your lower back. And then again, in the construction field or in the heavy, I want to say physical industry labor jobs, lifting without your legs, lifting with your back, super bad. Like every box now tells you, lift with your legs, not with your back. But all of that just puts a super amount of stress and damage on your joints, on your ligaments, on your muscles, on your skeletal structure. And like I said, you may not feel it then, you're going to feel it now. This is a video that I actually posted on Instagram like about 3 years ago, over 3 years ago. This is kind of why I want to tell you, not to kind of say, oh, look what I did. I just want to kind of give you an idea. I want to tell you, talk more about it. But this is a picture in the gym that my son recorded. I just wanted to have it. I don't know, I just recorded the video, but this is me doing close grip bench, which is much harder than a extended reach regular style bench press. This is a closer grip bench, mainly for chest, inner chest, and triceps. And I used to love them. So this is me, like I said, right before COVID, probably 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, doing 2.25, 225 pounds for about 12 reps. I think at that time, the most I got it was for like 14 reps. But at that time, I was benching about 330, 340 for one, which is great. It's good. It's honestly, it's even too much. Just so you guys know, if you could like bench 225 pounds, that's more than like, and I'm not joking, look this up. If you bench for one rep, 225 pounds, that is more than like 99.7 something percent of the entire world. It's ridiculous. So if you're doing 2.25 on the bench for one, you're in good shape, man. And don't let anybody fool you. You don't have to, do more. You don't have to, if you want to do more, you can, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to tell you that video that I just showed you guys, that was 4 years ago, I don't bench today anymore. I don't bench anymore. I couldn't even tell you how much I do because of the second issue that's happening to me now, which I'll go over. So The first issue I was talking about last year when I put out a video this same time. And if you guys like these videos, then I'll put out some more videos like this, because I think I have probably 10 times more knowledge than I do about fitness and nutrition and stuff like that than I do about motorcycles, honestly. I think I know a lot about motorcycles, but I think I know a lot more than a lot more about fitness. As far as eating right, eating healthy, I could tell you guys like what I eat, what my diet is and stuff like that, what my workout routine is now. But, you know, I don't bench anymore. So a year ago, what was happening to me and what I was noticing is maybe it started about 2 years ago. When you have a high set of bars on the bike, and like I said, I've talked to thousands of people at rallies. Hundreds and hundreds of you guys told me you guys have the same thing. Some of them ride with the pain, and some just can't do it anymore. So what I'm talking about is rotator cuff or shoulder problems, shoulder pain. And I'm not talking about a shoulder pain where you could go say, you know, it's okay. No. So this is what was happening to me, which happens to tens and tens of thousands of people out there. Not only if they ride their bike, just honestly, this happens to people that never worked out. And I know people that never worked out, never had a 1 hour of a hard job day in their life, and they have rotator cuff issues. That's another point. Like if you don't exercise, if you don't work it, you're going to lose it. You know what I mean? So you definitely have to exercise, but there's a kind of balance. There's a limit where if you don't work out, if you don't walk, if you don't run, if you don't do cardio, you could get into trouble physically and medically. And if you overdo it, you could get yourself in that same amount of trouble. So everything is a balance. Like even with drinking or smoking or anything you do in life, you need a balance, right? So I lost my train of thought. So going back to the shoulder pain, this is what was happening to me. I couldn't sleep for one. Like I literally would have to sleep like this, like lay back on my back. I couldn't sleep on my sides or on my stomach. And what was happening was I had shoulder impingement. So what was happening was I would have to sleep like that, and then I'd go ride, and then my whole right arm would fall asleep, and excruciating pain. It felt like somebody just took a knife and just put it right into my shoulder right there and was digging it around. Now, this is not a pain where it's going to come on for 4 or 5 seconds and go away. This is a constant agonizing pain, a debilitating pain. And I'm not even kidding. If any one of you guys have it, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if this is happening to you. But I put out a video because I met this amazing gentleman in the gym a little over a year ago. Probably over a year and a half ago, where he taught me an exercise that I started doing as soon as he showed me, because he said he had the same problem. Doctors wanted to give him injections, and I did have 1 or 2 cortisone injections into my shoulder. And I'm telling you, I'll tell you a funny story about that in a second, but you don't want to get that done. That's horrible. But nothing helped. So the exercise is actually almost like a face pull, where you take a rope on or a band right up against the wall, locked to a wall, or you take a rope on the cable machine and kind of pull it towards you like this, right? So you take it there and you go like this. Since I've been doing that exercise, it only took about 1 month, my shoulder pain is gone. I sleep on my stomach, I sleep on my side, I get no numbness while on my motorcycle, zero pain. Is it perfect? No, and I don't think it'll ever be. 95%? Absolutely. 90 to 95% better, where I don't even complain about it anymore. And every time I do shoulders, I finish off with that exercise, and it's a friggin' lifesaver, man, let me tell you. So, okay, so we'll put that aside. So that's one of the medical issues that stops people from riding, is shoulder impingement / rotator cuff problems / shoulder problems, whatever you want to call it, the shoulders, because especially if you have high bars, for some reason, that pain is just induced like 2-3 times more. So that's why I even told a lot of people when I got the lower bars, it was a lot better. So if you do have that problem, try lower bars. Even the stock bars are a lot better. When you have your arms like this, it's a lot better if you have shoulder problems than like this, because this is where the pain starts happening because you start impinging on that nerve. So that's number one, shoulder issues. Number two is sciatic issues. Now, I'm sure you guys probably said, hell yeah, that's me. That's what I got. So, this is another problem where if you're sitting, if you're walking, the problem happens right around your lower back, runs down your ass, down the muscle, runs all the way down your leg and all the way to your basically to your toes, right? So the problem is, yes, it's hard to walk. The main problem is sitting, right? So if you're on your bike for long periods of time, if you have sciatic nerve issues, it could be down the right leg, down the left leg, or friggin' down both legs. I know someone that had it down both legs. That's got to be horrible. But if you're sitting on the bike, especially for a long period of time, you're not going to be able to ride. And that's another reason, the number two reason, what I've seen, why people have kind of said, I can't ride anymore. And I'm not joking. When people come up to say, John, like, man, I love to ride. I've been riding since I was 17, but I just can't do it no more. I say, what's the problem? This one says shoulder problems. This one says sciatic. This one says the third problem, what we're going to talk about. So there is so many people. And again, it's that age bracket, because 99.9% of the time, it's not going to be the 20-year-old or possibly the 30-year-old. It's going to be around our age group. I usually see it in the people I talk to and people I know, people I hear. Probably about 35, 40 years old, that's when, like, you know, these problems start really happening. But I'm going to tell you, my shoulder problems started, I'm going to say probably when I was 30 years old. And it's definitely from the heavy behind the neck military presses. I'm going to tell you guys, we'll talk about that later, but that's definitely what I did it from, because we were doing like stupid, like 2.25, 245, 265 behind the neck. Like, what the hell was I thinking, right? But now looking back at it, I'm like, what a dummy. Like, why was I going that heavy? For what? Who was I trying to impress? Like, what's the difference? You know, like, what's the point of lifting that much weight? There really isn't any point. I know it's cool. I know it's great. I know with strength comes size, but, you know, you don't think about that stuff when you're young. But let me tell you, when you start turning 50 years old, 45, 50, 55, you're going to be watching this video and you're going to say, holy shit, John was right. And I'm not the only one that's saying this. I'm not the only one that's talking about this. But I think you don't get that talk a lot. I don't want to say it's like taboo, but it's like, bullshit. You know, I'm strong. You know, like when your mom told you, don't do that, Johnny, and you do it. And then years later, you said, I should have listened to mom, right? So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's the number two debilitating medical things that I've seen, not, you know, keeping people away from their motorcycles. The number three thing is back/lower back issues. Sciatic, lower back issues. Raise your hand. You see, I raised my hand when I said sciatic and lower back problems, because that's what I'm going through right now. So, question to myself, why did this start? Why did my lower back start hurting me? I'm going to say a couple months ago. And I didn't say nothing about it because it was slow, and it's progressively been getting worse. And now it's gotten to a point where now I feel coming from, my pain is my lower back, right? It's not kind of really the middle or the top. It's kind of the lower back all the way across the back. And then my right leg, the sciatic, right down my right leg, all the way down to my toes. I'm going to tell you the number one reason, okay? This is really quick. I want to get it out of the way. If you have sciatic problems, if you put your wallet in your back pocket, tell me right now, think about it. If you have sciatic problem on your right leg, do you put your wallet on the right side? If you do, take that fucker out and put it in your front pocket, okay? Or put it in your jacket pocket, wherever. Do not put it in your back pocket. I have a very thin wallet, and I started doing that purposely because I never had a super thick wallet, but let me tell you something. So many guys, we're talking, we're getting coffee, this and that, guys I don't know, guys I know, they're ready to pay. They whip out their wallet, literally 3 friggin' inches thick. 3 inches thick. What do you think that does? All that pressure when you sit on that wallet, you're applying a pressure that is not normal, that is not supposed to be there. That's not, one of the biggest causes of sciatic problems is having a big wallet in your back pocket. A can of Skol will even do it. I see, even when I was in the military out west, down south, I had a lot of my boys, in the military, they love to chew the Skol, you know what I'm talking about? And, where you keep it in your back pocket. So much so that literally the jeans is, even if they took that Skol pouch pocket container out of their jean pocket, literally there's a circle worn into their jeans. That's how much they have that in their back pocket. I'm not joking. You guys, let me know in the comments who's like that, or do you know anybody that's like that? So take that out of your back pocket. Try not to keep anything in your back pocket while you're sitting, because anything there that's not supposed to be there is going to apply pressure on those nerves. So that's what's been happening to me, sciatic and lower back. So now I've been in the process, just to kind of give you guys an idea, about 6'2" tall. I was about 215 pounds. A couple weeks ago, I dropped down to 205. I lost about 10 pounds only to be more fit, more healthy. As we get older, it's going to be harder and harder, and it is harder and harder to stay fit because your metabolism changes, to keep in shape, to keep the excess pounds down. Not only that, bending down, reaching for your shoe, tie your shoe, put your sock on, put your pants on. Not that I had a problem, but I feel the lighter I am, the better I feel. So that's why I thought maybe if I drop a couple more pounds, I'm still eating a massive amounts of protein, but I lost, body fat. But I thought if I lost the weight, it would be just a little less pressure. Like, because if you have a big gut, that's the second problem. Like, probably maybe even the biggest problem of lower back issues because of that gut. I'll tell you guys now, if you guys are around my age, you guys got to start thinking about your health. I know a lot of guys can't even put their leg over the bike or reach down to tie your shoe, or you bend down if something falls on the ground. You drop something, can't even bend over to get it. And that, just by bending over, that pressure, having a large belly or a larger belly, that applies pressure on all those nerves, your spine and stuff like that. Like, you don't believe me, man, look this shit up, but it's just the truth. Like, we have to, try to be in the best shape as possible. And I always tell you guys this, if you guys been watching me for a long time, not only to stay on the motorcycle, and you're able to stay on the motorcycle to be fit, but to be there for our families, to play around with our kids, to have fun with our families, to have fun with our friends. Man, there's so much I would love to talk to you guys about, but I don't want to make this video like 10 hours. I really do. Let me know also in the comments. I'm really thinking about making another channel just so we could talk about a lot of these issues, because there's so much stuff I would just love to say, and hear what you guys have to say about it. But that's what's happening to me. So sciatic, lower back, and what I've been doing now, like, I don't bench because I can't. I stopped benching because I had those shoulder problems, and benching heavy weight is really bad for your shoulders. Very bad. Trust me when I tell you, it's not good. So that's why I stopped benching. No more heavy weight of any kind. I'm done with it. So like even deadlifts, I watch people like on Instagram now and YouTube and TikTok, deadlifting 700-800 pounds. I'm like, yeah, it's all fine and dandy. It looks great. Yeah, I understand how much work that took, but they just don't get it now how much damage they're actually doing to their body. So I would tell people that if you are younger, if you're at that age group, like what I said, that my demographic is from 24 to 54, the biggest demographic. If you're young in the teens, 20s, 30s, if you're still lifting super heavy like that, now I'm not going to tell you what to do, but think about it. Just think about it and know that as you get older, it's really hard to maintain that level of fitness. And for the amount of time and the amount of years that you do it, it's really not worth the damage and the destruction that you're going to do on your body. I mean, look at Ronnie Coleman, one of my favorite pro bodybuilders. I don't know how many times he won Mr. Olympia, 7, 8. He can't walk now. He was probably the strongest bodybuilder, probably one of the strongest persons on the planet at that time, doing an astronomical, what was it, like 1,000-pound deadlift and like, I don't know, 600-700-pound bench. But as you guys can see, a lot of those people, when you're in your 50s, 60s, man, you're in trouble. Like you have knee problems, shoulder problems, elbow problems, all your joints, back problems. If you're not debilitated to a wheelchair, you're going to be in bad shape. So think about your health, for the future, because I'm telling you, it's, a lot of things aren't worth it. So I stopped going heavy because of the issues I'm going through now, and I'm trying to work through them. So like on a bike now, if I'm on a bike for long periods of time, the sciatic starts kicking up. I got to start moving around in the seat. And then the lower back starts kicking up. And thank God, that's why I told you guys that I love the mid controls, because my legs are more underneath my spine and I got more support. My legs are actually supporting my back more, because instead of, like, if you have forward controls, you're kind of shaped like this. Your feet are here, your hands are here, and then your head and your spine and your legs are kind of in almost a U shape, which is so bad. Your posture is out of whack, where you're supposed to have a nice bend in your posture sitting upright. You can't sit upright because you got forward controls and you got the bars extended. You're in one of the worst positions that you could possibly be. And then you go over a couple bumps and it just feels like someone drove a 4x4 up your where. So because that's happened to me plenty of times. It literally just happened to me a couple weeks ago. I went over a hard bump and it was like such a jolting, shocking pain through my spine, through my body. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to ride for a couple weeks. But what I've been doing is I totally changed my workout out. I no longer go heavy. I've been doing yoga actually for years, believe it or not, and don't laugh, but I actually put yoga back into my workouts. So like me and my wife do yoga probably about twice a week, and also a stretching session with the person that does it for about an hour, because that's the next thing is mobility. Mobility, you lose mobility as you get older, and that's what brings you the injuries. You can't move, and all the problems that you guys have with your joints and your ligaments and all of this, because of mobility, because you can't bend down, you can't turn, and once you have no mobility, you even tweak slightly, like literally, oh, I went to go lift my helmet, oh, I got a sharp pain in my back. Man, it happens like that simple. You could literally go to bed at night, wake up, and the next morning get up, and all of a sudden your back shot. It's happened to me. So, so that's what I've been doing. I've been going lightweight. Like if you guys, I don't know if you guys work out. If you don't work out, man, try start eating really healthy. And if you guys are working out heavy, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just, man, do some research on it, and make sure you're really looking at the long-term, I'm going to say, devastation and destruction that it's going to have, the toll it's going to have on your body. So definitely think about that. But I've been going lightweight, yoga, stretching, doing a lot of core work. That's another thing. If you have lower back issues, your core is probably 99.9% weak. That's one of the biggest reasons why you have back issues is because your core is weak, meaning your abs and your lower back. So I've been doing a lot of ab work, a lot of lower back work. Even I'm not sure what the machine is called or the muscle outside of your hips, but I've been doing a lot of that movement. Even though I used to laugh at those people that were on the machine, or a lot of females are on that machine, and now I'm on it. Now I'm on it because those muscles you literally like never use. When do I use the side muscles? Like you're walking, you're using your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves. You're never using those side muscles. And what happens is, just like the shoulder, if you don't use like the back of your shoulder a lot, if you work out a lot and hit the front of your shoulder a lot, that muscle is going to start pulling your whole shoulder forward. You're going to start getting impingements. So, I mean, there's just so much to go over, but I just wanted to tell you what's been happening to me. Is it happening to you guys? And like I said, if you do have that shoulder problem, try that workout, right? The face pulls, because it helped me, totally almost eliminated my shoulder problems. And now I am working to get my lower back and my sciatic problem under control. And hopefully, I'm going to be leaving. I have to leave in March for Daytona. That's going to be a long ass ride, thousands of miles on the bike. I need it fixed by then. So I'll keep you guys posted, let you guys know what I actually did. Right now I'm in the process of trying to figure out what exercise, what stretch, what type of routine is going to help me. Not the type of person, I'm going to tell you now, whatever you want to call it, modern medicine. I don't go to the doctor for something like this, because normally 9 times out of 10, he's going to put you on some kind of friggin' medicine, some kind of pain pill, some kind of muscle relaxer that's just going to destroy something else. It's only masking the problem. It's not repairing the problem. It's only masking it. It's not solving the issue. And if you don't solve the issue, let me tell you, you're going to be on those pain pills, on those muscle relaxers forever. You could probably get, or will get, addicted to them. And you probably, not probably, I'm going to say you will destroy your body, your organs especially, because I try not to even take Advil. I did have to take some today because we actually worked out, and then I went on this machine in the gym, which was called a hydro massage, something like that. It's almost like, it's like a bed, like a big chair. You sit on it and just water jets just destroy your back, right? So it was really good. I actually did 2 sessions of 10 minutes, but then after that, I felt some soreness. So some really bad soreness. So I'm not going to take like pain medication. What I'm talking about, pain medication, I'm only talking about Advil. I'm never going to take it unless it's really bad. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any one of those issues, and I hope you guys don't. But let me know if some of these videos, or like this video, will help you guys. I will make more of them because I did a couple last year during the winter when things got slow, you can't ride and stuff like that. They actually did really well. We got a really good response from them. And I think it's really important because, again, I'm going to tell you guys, in order to be on our motorcycles, I keep looking over there because I'm looking at Mad Max. In order to be on our motorcycles for a long period of time, I plan on riding until I'm 80, maybe more, until I'm dead, right? So if you guys plan on doing the same as me, you're going to have to stay as fit and as healthy as humanly possible to be able to do that. Otherwise, you could be like these thousands of people that I talk to that just can't ride anymore and won't, and sold their bike, and now literally they have nothing to do. And that's when you really start declining, and not only physically, mental aspect of it starts going down. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Rainy Sunday. Hope this video helped in any way. Love you guys, man. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.